Nipa ya dia osa ye Umienkana nipa ya yo when you my ya and say me ding and I will was that's any and come my bia ma tan 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 welcome tan 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 I na say no munsa Umienfaka kangu form and search with the amponia say ya old school man unza I na say the dinswa Umayanka kaya wofomo yanshia manka ni baby o so be ye be mawa uwa ye be a fama no uwa si de be a fama no oba simpo ye bi o aye yi se no nana kwa me eduzwe that was you that was your way. That was you. Hey, welcome once again to our short live video. Well, I don't know whether it's going to be short or long, Sometimes I start the video or I make these videos when I get an inspiration from, from my inner self. Yeah. So, well, welcome. Greetings to you wherever you are. Yeah, morning, evening, afternoon, dawn. Greetings to everybody. As you already know, you know my stand on politics when it comes to politics in Ghana. Yeah, I want to bring your attention to something. When I come online and I do these videos, it's not like how do I put it? It's not like my life is so good, I don't know what to do with my time, or I'm just here to, open my mouth at any angle and just say anything. No, it's from past experience, what I've seen between the NDC and the MPP. Yes, youth of Ghana, please pay attention to what I'm saying and attention to all I've said in the past. Listen, some of us, what we are doing is not for personal gains. We are doing this to educate all of us and to open a conversation channel, because we believe that every Ghanaian, and especially youth of Ghana, you deserve better. You don't have to align yourself with a political party or a political figure for your life to go on or for you to have a better life. No. But in Ghana, and for that matter, in most African countries, it's like if you are not aligned to a political party, a big political figure, or some political person who knows somebody, I mean, you are stuck. Seriously. And that is a fact. Listen, I keep telling you guys, the MPP and the NDC, they are a scam. The MPP and the NDC, they are a scam. And look at the youth in the MPP, look at the youth in the NDC. Have you ever heard the youth in the NDC or any NDC member, or the youth in the MPP or any MPP member criticize their own party? Have you ever heard any youth in MPP criticizing MPP for the corrupt allegations that have come out? Yes, it's allegations. But listen, there is no smoke without fire. For so many years, let's look at the Auditor General's report. Let's look at the corrupt cases listed in the Auditor General's report. How many of these cases have been prosecuted? Ask yourself this question. What is happening in Ghana is the MPP comes to power, NDC is corrupt, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't go anywhere. The NDC comes to power, MPP is corrupt, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't go anywhere. At the end of the day, guess who suffers? It's the common person on the street. Look, all these youth in those two parties, the MPP and the NDC, the youth in the MPP right now, they are just waiting for their turn, so that they also, when they come to power, they will still benefit from all those perks in the name of allowances. But it's all stealing. If any government appointee, if any political appointee thinks they deserve travel allowance, they deserve DSTV allowance, they deserve garden boy allowance, you the teacher, you the nurse, you the doctor, you the typist, You, the laborer working in the government institution, don't you also deserve the same thing? Ask yourself that question. Why should these political figures, these public servants be paid all these huge salaries, all these perks, all these allowances, travel allowances, and you think you don't deserve the same thing? Ghanaians, Ghana youth especially, I'm calling on you guys. The time for a new party is now. How old are you now? You are never going to grow younger. You are growing older. So if you're not going to stand up and let your voices be heard and fight for what rightfully belongs to you, then I'm sorry. God Almighty did not put you in Ghana for you to suffer. You don't need to travel outside of Ghana for you to have a better life. No. If we have the right leadership, look, sometimes sometimes I just become saddened, and I don't know. I'm not about to list all the natural rich mineral resources God has blessed. I'm not about to do that because you know them. You know them already. Look, if all our resources are being managed well, some of us, we wouldn't be here in America here. We would not travel outside of, if we are traveling outside of Ghana, it will be for vacation. And that will be it. Well, thank you all those watching me. Hey, brother Edu, I can see you watching me. Thank you. Please, all of us, we need to join in this crusade. The NDC and the MPP, they are a scam. Look, how many of the corrupt allegations leveled against the NDC in the past were prosecuted? And how many do we think leveled against the MPP presently in opposition are going to be prosecuted? Listen, in the past we had this is it one Thompson who used to host Talking Point. This net allegation, what became of it? Saglami, what became of it? The ambulance scandal, what became of it? Embraer Jet, what became of it? National Service, this present NDC is accusing the MPP of being corrupt. Some embezzlement, some kululu, some money deals. They devised a scheme where they put ghost names. They added ghost names to the list of national service personnel, and they were cashing in. The past NPP government, Pualugu Dam project, scholarship secretariat, the corruption at the scholarship secretariat, what has become of it? The Tor scandal, when the MPP was in power, at some point, $2 million worth of crude oil got missing. Where is that? What happened to that? Crude oil, does it have wings? Does crude oil have wings? Crude oil does not have wings for it to fly. So what happened to that? The Abesi murder case. What has happened to the Abesi murder case? JB Dankwa murder case. What has happened to it? Galamsey. Look, right now, the MPP is... Charlie, Ghanaian youth. Charlie, we for shine on our eyes. So, yeah, right now, MPP is accusing NDC of doing Galamsey. When the MPP was in power, they were accusing the MPP. These two parties don't care about Ghana. If you are a youth in Ghana and you love Ghana, you call yourself a patriotic citizen, you don't have to belong to these two parties. I'm telling you, you don't have to belong to these two parties. Galamsey is a big issue. If you are youth in Ghana and you are still supporting these two parties, the MPP and the NDC, then you don't love the country Ghana. This is a fact. I've given you a lot of pointers. Both parties are corrupt. They don't care about the country Ghana. They just don't care. NDC and the MPP, they are a scam. Just use Galamsey as your pointer. Listen, Galamsey, don't think, oh, maybe you are living in some plush estate in Laboni or airport residential area or Slade Flats or whatever. So Galamsey is not your problem. Listen, the cassava that you eat, the plantain that you eat, the bushmeat that you eat, Galamsey affects it. Ask me why. The poisonous chemicals that they use in the Galamsey, they all end up in the river bodies. They all end up in our water bodies. These water bodies, they nourish our farmlands. So guess what? All the food that we are eating now is full of poisonous metals. NDC is accusing MPP, MPP is accusing NDC. Youth of Ghana, for how long are we going to allow NDC and MPP to destroy Ghana? Look at corruption all over the place. Corruption today, corruption tomorrow. Nana Addo became the president by campaigning mainly on corruption. But when Nana Addo and the MPP came to power, what happened? Some of us belong to the MPP. I personally bought my own plane ticket to come to Ghana to campaign and to be a party agent for MPP, so I can see Nana Addo become the president because of what he stood for, fighting corruption. But now look, youth of Ghana, please pay heed to what I'm saying. The NDC and the MPP, they have nothing good to offer Ghanaians. They have nothing. It's just, they are doing scratch your back, I scratch your back, I scratch my back, whatever that term is. Scratch my back, I scratch your back. You scratch my back, I scratch your back. That's what the MPP and the NDC are doing. Youth of Ghana, you deserve better. Youth of Ghana, recently when this young man, Sami Jemfi, became the gold board chairman, whatever, CEO, whatever. Look, he was sharing dollars to Agrada. Where did he get the money from? Where did he get the money from to be sharing dollars on the streets? Youth of Ghana, let's be wise. No youth in Ghana should be suffering. No youth. No youth in Ghana should be suffering. Don't tell me that, Ghana there is only MPP and NDC. No, the MPP and the NDC, when they were formed, they didn't come with their own vote. We are the ones who go and vote for them. You deserve better. You deserve better. Well, if some of us will talk to you and you guys will not listen, don't be calling us early morning. Oh, please, can you send me $10? Can you send me $20? Because you are not listening to us. You are not heeding to our call. Where God has gotten some of us to, we'll never go hungry. We'll never go broke. In the mighty name of Jesus Christ. Never. But what we are doing, we want to see every Ghanaian youth prosper. Every Ghanaian youth should have a better life. And it is very achievable. But this crop of politicians, the MPP and the NDC, they don't mean well for the country. They don't mean well for the country. And I've pointed it out to you. Just use Galamsey as the pointer. Just use Galamsey as the pointer. If they mean well, they won't use Galamsey to destroy our river bodies, our water bodies. They will not. Youth of Ghana, let's put on our thinking caps. What God has blessed us with, if God wanted you to be poor, if God wanted you to go to bed hungry, God will not bless Ghana with cocoa, with gold, with timber, with oil. Recently, lithium. Do we know the value of lithium around the world right now? Do we know the value of lithium? Lithium is one of the most sought after metals around the world. Sometimes I'm like, even if lithium is not going to benefit the whole country, Ghana, how about where the lithium is being mined? Where the lithium is mined, what is the lifestyle of the people over there? Master, when you go to a cocoa farming place in Ghana or a gold mining town in Ghana, look at the people who live there. Look at the people who live there as if they don't eat, with all due respect to them. Look at the people who live there. They look so famished, like they've not eaten since they were born. Just look at them. We have those living in Accra, rather driving in Land Cruisers. And I'm not against anybody driving a nice car. I love nice cars. Don't get me wrong. But the point is, where we have all these rich mineral resources, why are the people not benefiting? Youth of Ghana, don't be fooled by this NDC MPP. We shouldn't be fooled by, the pittance that they give us. Youth of Ghana, you deserve better. But it won't be given to you on a silver platter. We have to do away with the NDC and the MPP come 2028. I've always said it before, I'll say it again. For me, it's my wish. Thank you all of those watching me. Thank you very much. And please carry this message across. For 40 good years, almost 40 years, NDC and MPP, PNDC, NDC, MPP. If they meant well, Ghana should be way better than it is now. And I've said it before. If these guys even maintained what the Osajefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah did, there should be jobs in Ghana. There should be jobs in Ghana for all the youth. Now, No country in the world has an excuse not to develop. Yes, no country in the world has an excuse not to develop. Ask me why. Because there are a lot of blueprints for development. There are a lot of blueprints for development. All you need is the raw materials. God has blessed us with the raw materials. Name it. What kind of raw material that we need under the sun to build a nation that Ghana doesn't have? Tell me. Iron ore, aluminium, we have fertile land, we have cocoa, we have everything. Last time, one of my videos I did, I went to a small town here in California here. A small town. They have a cocoa processing factory. How many cocoa producing areas, how many cocoa producing villages in Ghana has a cocoa manufacturing factory? I've suggested it before that we can create a cocoa village. Like this village, you go to this cocoa village and everything is made of cocoa. The pomade you use, the drink, even the benches you sit on, the soap you use to bath, everything is made of cocoa. Why can't we create something like that? And every region, God has blessed Ghana so much that in every region is blessed with a particular crop or mineral resource that we can industrialize that region around that particular crop or natural mineral resource. This MPP and the NDC, they are not thinking about us. And the youth in the MPP and the NDC, they are waiting for their turn so that when their government comes to power, they will also enjoy a better life. Like they will live like the sultans of Brunei. That is what they are there for. They are not thinking for the betterment of the larger populace. No, that's not what they are thinking. That's not what they are thinking. That is not their thinking. All they are thinking of, yes, the youth in both MPP and NDC right now. Because the whole point is, if you cannot call out your own party, if your own party is corrupt and you cannot call them out, then you don't love the country. Most of these youth in MPP and the NDC, they are there for their own personal gain, not for the betterment of the country. We cannot live our life like that. Back to Galamsey, go to Konfanochi Teaching Hospital, go to Kumasi G, go to Kolebu Teaching Hospital, go and see the number of people suffering from kidney and other organ-related diseases. Tell me the NDC and the MPP case. They don't. Just use Galamsey as your pointer. Let's put on our thinking caps. Let's put on our thinking caps. I'm here doing this because I don't want a situation where I come to Ghana, I'm enjoying my kinky and my fish and my sardine, then somebody is hungry, then they'll come and attack me for my fish or my kinky or my sardine. Yes, there are people hungry in the country. We should not be hypocrites. Last, I read an article, Tony Edu of NDC saying Ghanaians have turned to hypocrites. We are all hypocrites because we lack the courage. We lack the moral courage to tell it like it is. We lack the moral courage to tell it like it is because, my uncle is an MPP, so, I'll not say anything bad about MPP. It's not about saying something bad to disgrace the party. It's about pointing out the wrongs. If we don't point out the wrongs in the society, how are we going to build our society? Look at what happened to Howard Kumasi in the just recent ended elections. Look at what happened to her. I mean, I don't sympathize with her because of what she has done in the past. And the things people say about this woman. I don't sympathize with her. But I'm not for the fact that they attacked her either. Because it's like we are building a society that is, about to explode in all of us, our faces. If a whole former member of parliament could be attacked that way, then how about me? How about you, the ordinary citizen? So for that, I'm not in support of how they attack her. But I don't sympathize with her, in the same breath. But we cannot build a society like that. So it's like NDC is in power right now. So all the military, all the police, they are behind MPP. Can't we have professionalism in the MPP and the military and the police service? Can't we have professionalism in the military and the police service? Now, there is so much technology that those who perpetrated that attack or Miss Hawakumse, they can be fished out and prosecuted. This is what we want to see. There should be law and order. There should be law and order. There should be law and order. Don't think, oh, now it happened to Hawakumse, so you don't care. No, it could happen to you. Somebody can just slap you in Ghana and they will go scot-free. Nothing will happen to them because they have aligned themselves with a particular party or some particular big man or some particular big woman. We cannot build a society like that. Youth of Ghana, you deserve better. If you are in the MPP, thank you all those who are watching me. Thank you. But please forward this message. Ghana, the country Ghana, I mean, when it comes to blessings, I don't think there's any country on earth that is more blessed than Ghana. In terms of natural mineral resources and human resource, everybody in Ghana is smart. Everybody in Ghana has some form of talent. Why can't we all hold our hands, push each other up, and we all rise up together? Why can't we do that? Because we are all what? Jealous of one another. Because this person, even if you are my brother, you are my cousin, you are my friend, you are my wife, you are my girlfriend, whatever, we hate to see each other go up. That's one of our big problems. I see my brother Edu Kote, oh, I know my brother Edu Kote can do better in this thing. Instead of me to help my brother, I'm like, oh no, I have to, backbite Mr. Edu so that Mr. Edu does not progress. That is one of our biggest problems. We cannot build our society like that. We cannot build our society like that. Youth of Ghana, I'm calling on you once again. National Union of Ghana Students, Trade Union Congress, let's call for the salary structure, the allowances, everything in the public sector. They should publish it in the daily graphic for all of us to see, from the president to the last laborer. Let's see how much the president makes, the perks and all of that, and let's see how much the laborer makes, the allowance. Let's see the discrepancy in between, and let's see whether these public servants, they are truly working for us. I keep asking, why do we even have members of parliament? We don't need parliamentary house. We don't need the parliamentarians. What kind of law that do Ghanaians need anymore? We have so many laws. The laws are not even enforced. What kind of laws do we have in? What more laws do we need? We don't need any more laws. We don't need the money that is being wasted on this parliament. I'm telling you, the money is being wasted on them. The money being wasted on these parliamentarians. Let's invest these monies in farming. What kind of law do we need again? The laws that we already have, let's enforce them. When you come to America, you go to Europe, they don't have traditional rulers. In Ghana, we have traditional rulers. So in any case, why can't we use those monies to support our traditional rulers to go into farming? Look at all the monies. Find out. Do your own research. Do your own research. Find out the amount of money being wasted on parliamentarians. When they go to the parliament, what do they do? What kind of law do we need again in Ghana? What kind of law? Let's just enforce the laws that we already have and use the monies that we waste on these parliamentarians to go into farming. I've suggested here before, this man, Apostle Kojosafo, Kantanka Motors, he builds construction materials. Ghana, we have a deficit in accommodation. We have a deficit in good roads. This Kantanka man builds construction equipment that we can use to construct our roads, build housing for everybody to enjoy. Why can't we employ the youth in construction? Construction is not just about bricklaying or just carrying mortar. Construction embraces a lot of other, trades, a lot of other disciplines. Yes, construction. Any country you go in this world that is beautiful is based on construction and landscaping. Construction and landscaping is huge. Let's get all this youth into construction and landscaping and see how the armed robbery, whether there will be any armed robbery in town. Let's get all this youth into construction and landscaping and let's see whether there will be armed robbery in town. When you go to your construction site in the morning, by the time you get home, you are tired. You want to rest I mean, after you eat, you want to rest for the next day. These MPP, NDC guys, they are not thinking about the development of the country. How many times must we drive this into your ears? How many times? How many times? Youth of Ghana, run away from these two parties. Run away from these two parties. You will ask me, so at this point, what party? For me, it has always been on my lips. I've always suggested that left to me alone, Kennedy Japan, Professor Frimpong Boateng, Alanche Martin, Nana Kwame Bediako, Kantanka, and Mr. Ajaku, the former energy minister. This guy should form a new party. Seriously, because for almost 40 years, if Ghana is retrogressing, then you should know that the NDC and the MPP, they don't care about you. Don't tell me that, oh, people are building houses, people are doing this, so Ghana is... No. How many of those building houses in Ghana are how do I put it? Are Ghanaian locals. Most of the houses being built in Ghana are people who are abroad. As a matter of fact. And most of these houses, I mean, not to put anybody down in Ghana it is hard. Life is hard. Life is hard in Ghana. We get information from Ghana every day. We get information from Ghana every day. We are concerned about our people, but you guys need to help yourselves. I also suggested in one of my videos how we can curb election violence. Every Ghanaian has a Ghana card, right? And every Ghana card comes with a personal identifiable number. Let's just generate QR codes from these personal identifiable numbers. Let's just generate QR codes. Then we develop a system, or we come up with computers that you can just go with your QR code, with your card, with your voting card, whatever we call it, in a booth. You just go and you vote. We don't need no police, no party agents, no nothing. Just like you go to your ATM, you have a pin, you know the amount of money in your ATM, in your account, you withdraw your money. We can develop we can use the same means. Let's generate QR codes from these Ghana card numbers. You go to a voting booth, nobody is there. This voting booth is customized with your constituency, and of course the presidential constituency will be the main big one. After you vote, that's it. You cannot vote again. We don't need no police, nothing. You just go to the booth, you vote. That's it. That's it. We should use technology. Technology is there to help us improve on our lives. The computer guys in Ghana, I know I'm not using the right computer terms, but I know that you understand what I'm saying. It's easy, just like we had phone booths, and like I used earlier, the example I used earlier, just like ATM machines. You have your ATM card, you cannot go and use somebody's ATM card to go and withdraw money. No, unless you know their PIN number. So you have your voter card with the personal QR code. When it's voting time, your voting card is customized to your constituency and of course the presidential constituency. You go, then you just vote. This can be done easy. And guess what? It's going to minimize or even eliminate this violence at polling centers. It's going to eliminate it totally. Youth of Ghana, well, this is what the Spirit is telling me to tell you right now. If you listen, fine. If you don't too, well, some of us will tell the truth like it is. And I'm telling you once again, the youth in the MPP and the NDC, they don't care. Each one of them is waiting for their turn. The youth in MPP right now, they are waiting. They are waiting. There are some of them who think, oh, when the MPP comes to power, they will become DCE, they will become chief executive, they will become minister, they will become this, so that they also get the opportunity to steal. Stealing is not just, going to, they come up with schemes. Oh, let's do this project. Let's do this project. Let's do that. Oh, let's travel here. Let's do that. Then they take per diems and all of that. It's all part of the stealing. Let's pay, allowance for this person. Let's pay allowance for that person. Let's pay allowance for this person. Why don't you also deserve the same allowance? I was so I won't say angry, but almost close to angry. When Mr. Mahama said that they are going to stop paying payment for DSTV, public servant who use DSTV. I mean, my goodness. I mean, these guys are already being paid their salaries. Why should their DSTV charges be taken care of? You don't think you deserve the same thing? You, the nurse, you, the teacher? You don't think you deserve the same thing? Why should government be footing the bill for public servants, their DSTV, their entertainment? Why? Ask yourself. Ask yourself. Why should they be paying for their fuel? Why? You the teacher, you the typist, you the laborer, when you are going to work and you pay your transportation, does somebody give you an extra allowance for your transportation? You the nurse, you the mason working in a public institution, do you get any allowance for traveling? No. This public servant just steal from us. That is not cool. And the sad part is, I've said this before, the sad part is, they are the ones who get opportunity to take their children outside the country to study, and when they come back, their children will also come and lord themselves over us. They send their girlfriend, their concubine, their wife, their family to other parts of the developed world. Why can't we develop our own country? And it is not even shameful that we have government officials traveling to other countries for medical care. Why can't we build, state-of-the-art medical care centers in our own country? They are not ashamed. They are not ashamed. Have you ever heard American president travel to Ghana for medical care? Like I said earlier, this day and age, nobody has an excuse not to develop. Because there are patterns for development. There are blueprints for development. Anything you want to do, just go to YouTube, just go to Google, I want to do this. It will come up. So why are we not developing? Because our leaders, they don't care. NDC and MPP, they don't care. All they care about is stealing from the people and, sending their children, their wives, their concubines abroad. It's that simple. It's that simple. Cast your mind back. Presidents in, presidents out. Look where their children have been schooling. I'm not saying it is wrong to take your children abroad to study. That's what I'm saying. But if you think your children deserve better, Ghana children also deserve better. Create the same environment in the country for Ghanaian children also. So if you are Ghanaian and you are there blaming Trump is this, Trump is that, shut your mouth. Trump is not catering for you. Trump is not supposed to cater for you. Trump is not your president. Trump is not a politician in Ghana. Mr. Trump will do what he deems fit and right for his citizens, the American citizens. Finito. That's it. So if you have any cry on your leaders. Let's cry on our leaders. Trump is not going to help you. If Trump will help you, he's been charitable. He's been benevolent. That's it. But I don't think, Trump is mandated or obliged to do something. No. If you are lucky to be in America, you are lucky. That's it. Thank you all for watching. But please push this message across. Share this message. It's just tiring, heartbreaking, and saddening. You always have people. When I'm in a position to help, I will help. But it's like early morning, you are sleeping and somebody will wake you up. Oh, Charlie, can you send me $5? I'm like, what are you using $5 for? What are you using $10 for? You are in Ghana. If we get our acts together and we get the right leadership, every Ghanaian will live better. Listen, you can research on this. In Alaska, they drill oil. Every year, everybody who lives in Alaska gets a pay check. Every year, you get a check. Let me ask you, those of you living in the mining companies, do you get a check where gold are mined, bauxite, we drill oil and all of that? Are they catering for the locals? No. They just catering themselves. They're catering to themselves. The previous government, the corrupt MPP government, this recent one, the one just, passed, we had Mr. Wuntumi. Wuntumi will come to radio station displaying gold bars. Are the locals able to get even earrings made of gold? Are the locals even able to afford earrings made of gold? Let's compare Tarkwa or Boase to Johannesburg. Compare. Go online. Go and compare. Go and compare the streets. Go and compare the streets of Tarkwa. Now, like I said, you don't have to travel to anywhere to do a comparison. You can sit behind a computer and do your research. What I'm telling you, let's pay mind and do your own research, and you find out. Compare Tarkwa or Boase to Johannesburg roads. Compare. For how long have we been mining gold in Tarkwa and Obuasi? For how long? Compare their roads. Compare their healthcare system. Compare their schools. This is what I'm talking about. Compare. Those living in South Africa, they are not smarter than Ghanaians. They are not stronger than Ghanaians. Ghanaian youth are smart. They are intelligent. They are strong. So why can't we put Ghanaian youth in construction for them to construct their own roads? And luckily we have Kantanka who can build equipment for us. Why can't we do that? Why can't we do that? Because the government of the day, the NDC government, the MPP government, they don't care. All they are doing is window dressing. All they are doing is window dressing. All they are doing is window dressing. Well, I got to go. I got to go and rest for a minute and go back to work again. I just got off work, but I have to go and work again after about an hour or so. Because what? I need more money, not just for myself, but for people who wake me up in the morning. Oh, Charlie, I want some $10. Oh, Charlie. Sometimes I'm like, Charlie, what can I do? Because the story the person would tell you, you know. So, this is what I have to say right now. I'll say something little about this in Tree. The American say, Ghana youth, Maba one in Mebune, in Manti especially. Mama yema yeni ndaho, mama yema yeni MBA. Share NDC ni MPP, me de debi ama catch me MPP no, my joint pain. But dear Mr. Akufo-Addo ne party be ye me will say, omo ndwen Ghana for no, me fio me chi. You be say obo we come ho, na ye fio me chi, na yan ti party fufuro. Yan ko join it, na Kwame Bedi Akon. Frimpom, Professor Frimpom Boateng, Alanche Martin, Kennedy Japan, Mr. Jakun, Yanti Party Fufro, because in fear Edianine, in fear Edianine, almost in fear Edianine, say NDC Indian people almost doing Ghana, Huanka Ghana called the name. Then to the Mamikasa, share the president to this kind, Ebabe year or Ghana, no. And Kasa parties be anyway, at talk or Sukrana, and Ghana, yet your baby. Wanga sakoya or research now share the yen first president or enjuma obe biye wanga sakoya research na nanka omo maintaining those jobs krana aka yen mebu omenye adwuma ye the NDC ni MPP omo care and say omo betonton government niema. It's a fact. Omo nyina omo trade insult allegations between themselves or among themselves. We say when I got on a government assassin, when I got on government or hotel, when I didn't know more yes sir, because I'm pay money ye. I'm pay money year and ka Ghana mine and ka yin yanka sashe or such for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah ope Ghana ye into share osikolebu. Jinwo, yan jinwo, she sabrina osikolebu no na Ghana population yes saying. But kolebu besi ne is the top healthcare facility in Ghana. How many healthcare facilities are here? Like yes, we Ghana. It is a kolebu. Catch them me. But that time no ache 63 was here. How many healthcare facilities? Obia odwin wa pomu de ho. Na say odwin wo ho. Obia odwin wa pomu de ho. Na osaje for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah no odwin Ghana for no odwin Ghana for papa. Yan hwe na NDC ni MPP. Omo mpe Ghana man ni omo yare a no makọ abrochire. Omo di Galamsey say yensuo ene ahra wa yare ni kidney diseases bebre. Omo mfa ho anka Galamsey no anka omo ye Galamsey no omo dey say yensuo o yare obetu akọ hospital abrochire. O yare mi bisa o yare obetu akọ hospital abrochire. NDC ni MPP omo ndwen Ghana ho. ya enkosi da ben na ye beka akyere mo a ebe kom asumu se NDC ni MPP omo ndwen Ghana ho. You for omo MPP ni NDC mu omo ndo Ghana. I'm telling you. Se oye babun na wo NDC mu na wo MPP mu a umpe Ghana sem fi se odwen wangasa ho. Hey, youth Sami Jemfemo ne a black woman ne mu nyina hwe omo. Se na omo afunu nyina nanse aye. Minister of Defense. Omo nyina hwe omo nyina omo ndwen Ghana for ho a anka corruption na ekoso ewo NDC time MPP time na anka meka wan asem adenti na say MPP baso ansana omaka NDC corruption asem anase NDC baso ansana omaka NDC corruption asem oye babu na wo party mu na party no eye de na eye de enfata ense otumi ka eno nche se wo ma party na bofem wo man na odwen ho Ghana youth nya ye nyina ye ndie mu bi ye no me mepe hwe me mepe minister president bibia bendi o ya pe said de nyankopon ehia no wo so ehia wo bi because me na ya wa meti hai me nim nyansa ensen wo me ni ahode ensen wo me ho nya fensen wo ebia me ho ya fensen wo kakre be nya hwe but no I mean agwanu de ya fanto che no ya agro but I mean on a serious note no nyankopon ama obia talent ewo Ghana obia wo bibia onimu ne stronku ewo Ghana nanso you need the right leadership someone who I didn't think na to me in the construction any landscape you know and who hear me papa because construction any landscape you know e be ma adwuma ebusu wo Ghana wo ye bebun wakoye construction na ade asa wabre enya fe na obi kwakoye eyi am robbery asem mega sam robbery ye but we are see ye din wo ho na se komode wa bibia be si utrima se obeya obekwa peske bia obeye sebe ene ye mamu bebre so niama omo ye anadwodwuma omo ye youth of Ghana moma ye ninda ho na dewro a meboy momboa me na ye mbonko ye nim na ye ntwe ye ho efi NDC ni MPP ho because omo mdo man no NDC ni MPP omo ndo man no ye hwe corrupt scandals a epuemu NDC ni MPP a NDC ba no se MPP ye corrupt na o hwe sika etiska titiri die a ma wia youth of Ghana men can say oh me the NDC dey twa mafruma MPP dey twa mafruma eno na ye den ma o ukobie o pipe ne ba o pipe no insuo no ne kala te sen insuo no meta say wo mu no up to standard dey no money ye o mpotem hospital te sen mpotem walori coin te sen mo amu western region any Ashanti region especially mo coin te sen mo fam ho compare Johannesburg mo fam ho compare Johannesburg mo ko internet no so na mo hwe roads in Johannesburg na compare roads in Tarkwa roads in Kumasi na mo say the American no no correction na make kire mo no ye mpanyi form wa Ghana say NDC ni MPP omo ndwen Ghana ho o ma ntwe ho fi omo ho Ghana youth o be say wa brabo ekọ animu a nya me ye nyina no me ya say daachi bi obia bedi ye na udi ye eye efatawo udi ya esew na efatawo bi ade politician fo kwa na omo na fo yo musu fo na say di ye adan Ghana no yankopon enhira obi yankopon enhira kro no say politicians no musu fo kwa na medi ye adan na say ode wo ho bo politician bi ansa na wadi ye ode bo politician bi ansa na wonya adwuma that is so absurd masa me ba kroma me ni politician bi a o bisa me nu edukote onim New York enyina ye hostel ne epa adwuma so when me ni politician bia aden na say uni politician bia so na wanya adwuma aden nti ana politician bia danfo aden nti bisa ho sa question no se NDC ni MPP omo dwen ho a bisa wo ho o ye babun a bisa ho sa question no aden nti na say uni politician ana politician bia danfo na oni mobi na obi so ni mobi ansa na wanya adwuma o pese ko serve military kromo ha o pese ko soldier adwuma it's easy and yes o ko ni mobi you are qualified, that's it. Youth of Ghana, momo yan dream, NDC ni MPP, omo ndwen Ghana ho, omo mpe krona sem, Omu ndokro no, omu dokro na nkomu nwia Ghana sika enkogu obi man so. Omu nwia Ghana sika ensha mo mpaase. Omu nwia Ghana sika ensha polytank mu. Me di manu besi said I mekan mubi hono. Ese me koda kakra na na Jimmy Sanko ejuma. Esa say bia him achi obi be frame me. Oh Charlie, you no go fit send me some $10 or want me send me $5. Me can go be any mercy, but me can send ya bema also wadwen no obedwen. Men can say oh me the politics they me jai me they me no. Men jai because whether we jai politics or unjai politics so there will be politicians, there will be leaders. It is a say oh join now you elected the right party, you elected the right persons to the right positions. No mumba ye juma mayen. Na Ghana they are say politicians ye nyankopon. I mean identity politician ne type ya Ghana ni nebetua politician ye ne beto petregu ne kai mu o ya nurse o teacher o tu kwan o ko school no o ko adwuma no obi ma o ska se fa enya o salary mu ana uye. Think about it. O ya plumber our government institution o ya mason o ya typist o ko adwuma no obi ma o ska se fa ko to ya transportation enya o salary. Inti adenti na government official there on the yen talk petrol engu ni car mu yentua ni DSTV bill. I mean that is absurd, that is ridiculous. On television bills na what well me manu besi ti me manu say no tani ada meka no ono mo nsa menko twika o twika nso a menko no mo nsa udidi a we didi kakra bi uma why fasting if you drink, don't drive. If you drive, don't drink. Once in a while, do fasting. Fasting is healthy for you. And what? Peace and love to you. Thank you, all those who watch. And please, don't forget to forward this. I'm not doing this for any likes or whatever, but we have to engage ourselves. We have to educate ourselves. Okay? Once again, peace and love to you. Bring the other half to make it full. Okay? Thank you, Educotic. Thank you, Miss Original Owari Boatin, and all those watching me. Thank you. God bless you all. Bye now. Bye-bye.